Welcome to Deep Heights. My name is Deborah. Let's get started. Let's talk to the cards. Let's explore with the cards. I hope you're well. I'm glad you're here. Ooh. Okay. Right away, we've got cards. We have two cards that have come out here. We have Gate 1 and Gate 21, which is interesting because Gate 1 is the Magician. Well, not Gate 1, but card 1 is the Magician, and card 21 would be the World. We would have the Magician from the World. The Fool, he's absent. Where is the Fool? Are you the Fool? The Fool is 0. It's kind of interesting. I'm sure we'll get back to that. The creative, self-expression, creativity rooted in unique direction. That's your Fool. He's hidden. The Fool is hidden. That's this reading. The hidden Fool. The lost Fool. Creating the Fool. Because we must create ourselves as the Fool. We must decide to be the Fool, to go on a journey. The Fool's journey, the path of the Fool. Being a Fool is a gift. It's a trial. It's a privilege. It isn't given. It must be earned. Here we have Gate 21, lighting through. Strength and will. Hunter. Let's look at the back of these cards. This is very fresh, this creative. I'm going to read you the back of the card. I'm going to read the card while you look at that image. Creation is a primal force, the energy potential to manifest inspiration without limitation, individual expression fulfilled through interaction, creativity rooted in unique direction. That Fool energy is the ability to create your own energy, where you aren't taking it from others, where you're not vampirizing others through food, through energy, through sex, through drink, through addictions. But that ability to create within, that life force, that movement, that will, that desire, the will to power, the will to meaning. For me, I think of it as like the will to exist. I exist. I want to exist. I'm creating myself with spirit, through spirit, but I am a self-creating self, somehow. I'm going to read these lines because I think it's very interesting here. Because this is the I Ching Oracle and the lines. Objectivity, the energy to attract society. Aloneness as the medium of creativity. The energy to sustain creative work. Love is light. Creation is independent of will. Let's talk about this love is light. I talk about Michael Tsarian in my videos because his work has had such an impact on my own life. So one thing that he brought out in his Path of the Fool series are the two kinds of light, just in general in his work. The light of the sun, of illumination, and then the lightness of the Fool, the energy of being light as a feather, as in weight, enlightenment, where we can move through ways. This creative energy, that creative energy of the Fool. It's a long, hard road. It's a difficult journey from the Magician to the World. That whole journey, the 22 Arcana. The 22 is important here. It's a master number, 22. It's the number of the Fool. Indeed, 21 and 1 are 22. This is about the Fool, this reading. The lost Fool. fighting through. It's difficult. Think about Nietzsche talking about tough meat, tough morsels of meat that need to be digested, and the time it takes for us to learn lessons in life, coming into and to fall. But this is about the cycle from beginning to end. Creatively moving through that. It's the back of the biting through card. It's like a samurai, a warrior. I guess that would be a heron up there. Wheel of Time has been coming up a lot in my readings just for me, and I haven't read that series. I haven't read the whole thing. I've only read till about book 7 or 8. I had to take a break from it, but the heron plays a part in swordsman. So this is about war, about being a warrior. Okay. We're going to put those right here. Let's get a Halloween oracle. Apart from the Halloween oracle. The veil. The future. Not knowing. Because we don't know the way. When we start out a journey, when we're on the journey, we don't know the way. We don't know the future. We can only know the now. We can know the past. Can we know the past? Is the past that we've been told, what we've learned, what we understand, and even the things that we experience in our own lives, are we remembering it correctly? Because there's things like confabulation, things that we repress, things that we deny. So how do we know anything? We need to know something. We can only know the now, the present. Faith in the road, faith in ourselves, to be creative through difficult times, because it's difficult. And there are things that we don't know. Uncertainty is about the future. So we have the snake, and the bottom of the deck we have the phoenix. This phoenix energy here is the creative. It's your creative energy. Your ability to regenerate, to renew, to know that we must burn away. I reference it often, the phoenix from D.H. Lawrence. Even just the back of this card, they go together. She's here, there's a woman here by the water, and she's walking. Those are pomegranates. You know, it's the sunshine. She's got golden hair, she's got that yellow wrap. She's got a basket, and she's walking to the water. It's the sunshine, the pomegranates, the veil of the high priestess, that knowing, that inner knowing, that walking along the water, by the water, emotionally calm, light, not weighed down by this heaviness. Neptune is retrograding still. In Pisces, I believe it's still retrograding in its own sign. Dreams have been are prevalent for you. Pay attention to your dreams. When a planet retrogrades, it's closer to us, it's closer to you. And Neptune is usually something hidden, so it's close. we forget about these larger planets when they go retrograde, because normally we're thinking about Mercury or Mars, and we just had the Jupiter, Saturn, and Pluto conjunction in Capricorn retrograde, and it just went direct. But Neptune is still retrograding. Right. Things hidden here. That's biting through is the snake. There's a quiet energy here. Sorry, so I'm taking my time. It's slow. Give the cards time to open up and speak. These energies are highly creative, the snake energy. It's protecting the matrix, protecting what's sacred, this energy here, of what we have inside, our own ability to burn away, the alchemical process. The phoenix is reborn. You're being reborn. There's a new journey that you're starting. And it's a privilege, one that you've earned, or one that you're being called on. But to go on it, you have to find the fool within you. And what that means, you must let go of something. Something must die and burn away and be born again. The snake sheds its skin. You've been building this soul, this sacred flower of life, to give this burned away phoenix, this bird, new life. Because it needs cooling. The phoenix is all on fire. I think it's interesting in Harry Potter, the phoenix tears healed the snake bite, the bite from the basilisk in Harry Potter. And here they are together. Because they must go together, these opposites. The phoenix and the snake makes me think of Scorpio, the 8th house, had those pomegranates, the underworld, darkness. They're major themes, these cycles. And they need time to be considered and thought about and felt and gone through and experienced. And that's where I feel like we are. We're sitting in a space, a place, and we haven't gone yet. We're in a room. We haven't made a move. We've done the work. We've earned our way. We've won the day. We've won our journey. Created ourselves as the fool. Let's talk about the journey. Let's talk about the creative and biting through. Because that implies that there's something tough. How sharp are you? How sharp are your teeth? Like a snake's got fangs. But they don't tear into things. Teeth of the snake. They spit poison, but the snake swallows things whole. Talking about the thing with Nietzsche, digestion. What are you eating? What is your diet? Maybe you're having too much meat. Indigestion. There are things you don't want to see, though. This veil, this red cloth over the eyes. Mars is in retrograde in Aries. There's been a lot of anger. I have clients, I do body work. They come and I see people telling me the things in their life. They're having these big arguments with their partners, within families. Anger. There's a lot of fire, a lot of anger. Things that we otherwise wouldn't have wanted to see are coming to the surface. And the lens through which we're seeing them is red. Saying this phoenix, all this fire. Here, with this creative, it's cool. The 8th house is where we die and we're reborn. It's about death and rebirth. Fighting through difficulty. Like I have Mars in Virgo in the 8th house. My Mars is my will. We fight to the death. But this Mars here, in this is like Mars in the 12th, or Mars in the 6th. Mars in the 2nd house. Mars in Taurus in the 2nd house. Here. Something of an Empress here. Taurian energy. The beauty of Venus. Venus in Taurus. Not saying much, am I? 16 minutes. The Maiden flips over here. And on the bottom of the deck we have the Singer of Initiation. Yes. Yes, indeed. So the Maiden is this Empress energy, this young energy, this newness, this rebirth. This is the Fool. 14 of the art card. Temperance. On the bottom of the deck, actually, below the Singer of Initiation, was Nellis, the alchemist. I think of her as Jupiter. Here. She's got her wand, her will, her fire. Your help. Your help from the fairies. And this creation. Because the alchemist is the creator, this ability to create ourselves new. This initiation, this self-initiation into the mysteries of life. Card 9, and then we have 27, which becomes a 9. Jupiter in the 9th. Jupiter in the 9th house would be where you would be your own teacher. You would be a master. Jupiter brings luck into our own house. Philosophy, truth, psychology, the 8th house. But in a little bit of a brighter way than an 8th house energy, because in the 9th house, we're with the death card, and the 8th house, we burn away. But in the 9th house, we have the regeneration, which could be the snake, this creative, where we learn to learn again. Like Bill Hicks, it's a ride. And we forget that it's a ride. And we keep coming back because we want to do it again. We want to learn more, we want to grow more. We want this immortality, this eternal youth. But it's spiritual, it's alchemical, it's mystical, it's inexpressible. Is it even possible? Is it just a dream? Is it an ideal? Is it poetry that we talk about when we talk about these subjects? The things we don't see and the things that we don't know. This is finding the fool within yourself, that youth, that laughter. Because all of this is Sagittarius energy here, the 9th house. Art. The hidden stone is within you. That ability, the philosopher's stone, is within you. The stone is the fool. It's the lightness through life to creatively move through it. It's the theater. Have you turned on your television? I beg you don't, but have you? Have you seen the world out there? Do you find it fulfilling? Are you happy in your life? Do you have a 9 to 5? Are you on pharmaceuticals? What is your diet? Do you sleep at night? Are you in pain? Do you know pain? Are you afraid of pain? What are you having difficulty with? Why are you looking outside and not within? Find the fool in yourself. Go on a journey. The journey with yourself, to yourself. The journey back home, here, within. I'll get a few cards for you, where you are now. The Eight of Pentacles comes out. Came flying out the deck. The Eight of Discs. You work with your hands. You're talented, greatly talented. You've spent a long time learning. This is the card of Virgo, Sun and Moon. Put a lot of effort and work in. Years to perfect an art that you create with your hand. Something is created with the hands, done with the hands. I mean, everything is done with the hands, but not all of us are creators with the hands. Something has taken time. It moves in circles, it moves like the wind. It's rhythm, it's music. This character is blowing glass. Makes me think of Venice. Water. Think of the winged lion. I think of Venice. That winged lion. Think of the art card. Creation, temperance, balance. And Venice, Venus. Born of the water, here she is, the creative. She's gone at the underworld, and this is her emerging. Somehow, this is like the underworld and the sunshine, the beauty. It's strange. It's foreign to me because, for me personally, I'm comfortable in the dark. I like the dark. I like the underworld. I'm comfortable there. I love the sun, but this isn't a scene that I'm familiar with. It's interesting. The self-expression. Woo! I think this is the Eight of Swords. It is the Eight of Swords. We are all just prisoners here of our own device. You can check out any time you like, but you can never leave. Plenty of room at the Hotel California. You're wasting your talent. You're wasting your gifts. They're being wasted. Until you'll stand up and fight. Until you'll burn. Until you'll let it go. Until you'll... Creativity rooted in unique direction. Go your own way. Queen of Swords, Seven of Wands, Four of Wands, Six of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. You have this brilliant mind, this brilliant intellect, this clear mind, clear vision, a wounded heart. I'm seeing like a snake. If you've ever seen a snake shed their skin, it makes them very uncomfortable, and they'll drag their bodies like up against the trees and anything to help to catch on so they can lose that skin. And I've seen snakes bleeding from that. I feel like the Seven of Wands, you've bled in the process of transformation. The Queen of Swords has transformed. She's been through tremendous pain and sorrow and difficulty. It's a card of it belongs with the Justice card. The Queen of Swords traditionally is Libra, Virgo, Libra, Queen of Swords. You're fighting for your own will, to assert your own dominance. This is the creative and biting through. If anybody can bite through, it's the Queen of Swords energy. Because she will survive. She will outwit you. She will outsmart you. She will outmaneuver you. She's the author of The Art of War, the Queen of Swords. The Seven of Wands, Four of Wands. Her own completion. Her own circle. Closing the circle. Hermit, the Moon, interesting. Virgo and Pisces here. We just had that axis with the Pisces full moon. It's interesting. Fire, water. This is the veil, the unseen, and you walking into that within. Because it's a journey within, and it's a maddening, difficult journey. All the places we go, inside and outside, because the Hermit, he's gone away. He's turned away from the world. He isn't interested in the thing. He isn't interested in 9 to 5. He's not watching the nightly news, television programming. He's not interested in the latest film, the top 10. What's on Oprah's book club? He doesn't wear a fucking mask. It's moon energy. Get lost in these worlds. Because I feel like if you're here and you're talking, we're talking and you're listening to me talk, I feel like you haven't gone on this journey. And what I feel like I'm looking down at are like pieces. Like you've got you're in the room. And you've got to go. Because you can't learn secondhand. I see a lot of tarot readers who are very successful, and other people who are successful. They set themselves up as knowing more than you. You should listen to me because I know, and I can help you know. For sure, there are some things that I can help you know in my experience. If I can look at the cards, talk to the cards, listen, hear, see. But There's nothing that I know that you can't find out for yourself or figure out for yourself. It's just remembering who you are, creating yourself as the Fool, as this energy that embraces life, embraces change. It's difficult, and you don't always have the tools to deal with it, to learn it. And the only way you can learn how to develop those tools, like with the Gate 1 here, 1 being the Magician, is to be tested, which is what that card is about. The Magician card is about tests. Do you have the ability to be creative and create what you need in the moment? You're never going to know until you go out there and do it. You've got to get out there and you've got to go. You've got to burn away. You've got to create yourself in this way. Become the creator of your own life, and it's going to be difficult. Well, we have the Gate 21, the biting through. Can you make it to the end? Can you last? Do you have the energy to last? Talking about that ability to create that energy. I hope so. We all hope so. Sometimes I feel like I don't have it. Everyone feels that way. We all get tired. We're depressed. We're down. We don't know the fucking answers. Nobody can tell us the answers. We can read all the books we want. We can listen to all the lectures we want. And meditate. Do whatever you do. How do you get through the day? How do you get through this madness of the moon? Gotta be wise like the hermit. Gotta know. This cosmic egg, this ability to create, because that's what he's looking at. That's what he's found. He knows it's not the light. It's not the light of the sun. It's not enlightenment. No, he was like, nah, man, move that light out of my way. That's not it. And when he takes that light out the way because it's blinding, he finds this egg, this cosmic egg, this ability right here that the snake is protecting of regeneration. This beautiful matrix here. The flower of life, the sacred geometry, the Taurus. It's talking about that Taurian energy, the Taurus. It's not, words are not words for no reason. T-O-R-U-S or T-A-U-R. There are meanings. There's meaning here. Meaning in these words. There's meaning in the softness. There's meaning in the stillness, in the time we take to learn and get through and go through it. You have the ability to create. You have the expertise. You've been perfecting something. You've been perfecting your craft. But you're keeping your own self stuck in your mind, that room. You're stuck in this room. Why are you stuck? Why are you stuck in this room? Queen of Cups reversed. You're out of touch. You're not being receptive to the energies that are trying to speak to you. You're drinking from the wrong cup. Eight of Wands is on the bottom of the deck. Oh, a lot of eights here. This Lumiscate, this movement. This flow, back and forth, positive and negative. This Mercury in Sagittarius, intelligent communication, thoughtful speech. Keep hearing, and we will not cease our exploration. We will not cease from our exploration. And I was thinking about this earlier today. And it's from a poem. I don't know what it's from, but I can hear it spoken. It's Mercury in Sagittarius energy. This is The mind trying to speak to you, your intellect, and your heart, your will, trying to help you to move, to go, to explore, but you're stuck in sadness or in hurt. What? Why is the Queen of Cups reversed? Queen of Pentacles reversed. God. Nine of Cups reversed. You feel like you can't create. You can't move because you're unhappy. You're sad. It's Queen of Swords. You've got fortune here. The wheel's coming out. Opportunity to move. The fates are stepping in. You're not going to have a choice. If you're in the water with this Queen of Cups energy, you're going to get a shock of electricity. It's going to electrocute you. You're going to get a bolt. You're going to get a boost. You're going to get a boost from the universe. What does Spirit want you to know? For the Nine of Wands, Five of Cups in the back. This is Sun in Sagittarius. I feel like Jupiter is disappointed in you. Because you're blocking, the wheel is also Jupiter. You're blocking her gifts. We have Nellis the Alchemist here, with the Singer of Initiation. You're getting in your own way. Get out of your own fucking way. With this Queen of Swords and Queen of Cups energy, you're fumbling, butterfingers. You're in these loop-de-loops of sadness and funk and depression and disappointment yourself, and you're not able to get out of it. The Queen of Pentacles, the Queen of Discs, for me, is rising Capricorn energy. Get out of the rising Capricorn's way. She will move and be successful in anything that she does. She's totally self-made. You have the potential here. You're staying down. She wants you to get up. What's in your way? The feather. You're heavy. You're heavy. You're holding on to this feather. I think that this is interesting, this card, because she's under a chandelier. She's standing under a chandelier with this light. She's under a light, holding the light. You're holding on to the light. You're holding the light back. You can't be light because you're holding on to it. You've got to let it go. Gotta let it go. Whatever that is for you. I don't know how helpful this reading has been, or if it's even made any sense. It's been slow. I do feel like, though, that Jupiter is important in your chart. And this energy, Jupiter has gone direct in Capricorn. And Jupiter wants to move, it wants to expand, it wants to grow, it wants to explore, to create, to bring different things together, to process. She's a scientist. She's an expert. She's like the magician, Jupiter. But she's like a Tesla or a Wilhelm Reich. Jupiter. She's brilliant. You have brilliance. You've got to find it within you to go on this journey. It's like you have it. You have the ability. You've got the light in your hands. You've got the real enlightenment in your hands. Right here. So I'm saying with this Eight of Pentacles, you're creating something with your hands. Here it is. What are you doing with it? Give it away. Show the world. Let it go. Give it to the universe. Give it to yourself. Let it go. Let it go. I think I said it in one of my other readings, there's a line from D.H. Lawrence and Lady Chatterley's Lover. Maybe the sister says to Lady Chatterley, perhaps you're just a slave to your own idea of yourself. What is your idea of yourself? Who do you think you are? Are you expressing your own self? You're being asked to, whatever that means for you. I don't know what that means for you. Only you know, because you're the one that's going to create it. And you're going to have to create it. You're going to have to bite through it. Like in Matrix, how those people are all sleeping in those pods and they have to be broken through. Like, you have to be awoken from that yourself and then get the fuck out of that. Not all of us have a Morpheus to come give us a red pill. You are responsible for that. The Singer of Initiation here. This 9 card. It's number 9 with the Hermit. It's your responsibility to learn. Teach yourself. Make yourself new again. Become a student again. Being creative in life. Let's get a sister close. Clarity. The first thing that I saw here was ginger. Talking about digestion. When you have indigestion, ginger is good. I know a wonderful 90-year-old Filipino woman. Her name is Helen. And she's one of the most beautiful, magical people I've ever met. She's an Aries. And she has ginger water. She taught me this. And I do this now. She'll buy ginger root and she'll beat the shit out of it and then she'll boil it. And she drinks it. And it's fantastic. Maybe you should do that. Getting clarity in your body and with your digestion, just biting through, because there's going to be some difficult morsels that have to be eaten, but those are the things that we have to see about ourselves. Because it's not a matter of just you. For me, when I think about my guides and disappointing my guides, ultimately I would be disappointing myself. And I don't want to do that. I want to be the best I can possibly be, the highest form of myself that I can possibly be, to be ever refined through time, through these processes, through each journey of the Fool that I make, each cycle from 1 to 21. from the magician to the fool, because then I become the creator. But first you have to become the fool. You can't be creative as the magician of your life to get through to the world unless you become the fool, unless you go light. Clarity. All of these herbs here, the chamomile, the echinacea, ginger, rosemary, St. John's wort, and thyme, they're all about clarity of the mind, of the body, of the lungs, of the spirit, energy, and memory. Something that you don't see. You need to take the veil, you need to remove the veil and look at the now. Look within. That's why also why she has this over her eyes, because it's not about what we see outside. It's about what we see inside, what we see within. Only you can do that for yourself. No one can hold your hand on that very, very difficult journey. It's very difficult. It's horrible. And sometimes we get stuck in this Eight of Swords energy. You're in a room. Are you going to waste away there in that space? Or are you going to go outside? You're going to go on the journey of the creative, the self-expression, where it starts out in the sun. Pomegranates are there to just remind us of that underworld journey that we're going to have this biting through, this energy of Jupiter, the alchemist. But we have to learn that, to learn to become a warrior. I hope you find the fool in yourself. I hope this has been helpful for you. I hope to see you again.